So now we're going to make something that is a little bit of a splurge for the homemaker. It's a fillet of beef.
Yes.
And it's one of the nicest, simplest things to cook for the holidays.
Yes, and it's always tender. It's always very juicy, and, and it has nice flavor,
like
and people love it.
And we're making a sauce.
We are starting the sauce. So you have some red wine. So we're using like a rich Merlot or something which has a nice body.
Something left over that's good. Yeah.
You have leftovers at home?
Sometimes we actually do have leftovers, which I record, put in the fridge, and use for cooking.
So while you put
and a cup of red wine vinegar.
While you're putting the red wine vinegar, and while you're putting the shallots, the wine,
the
thyme,
and 2 tablespoons of black peppercorns.
Yes, and we're gonna let it reduce for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm seasoning the fillet of beef, and then I'm going to show you how I have a certain technique to...
Should I put a little oil in here?
Yes.
Yes.
A little bit of oil because we are going to sear it.
Yes.
I have a technique to tie the fillet of beef.
I'm anxious to see how you do that.
So I'm going to show you that in a second. What I do usually, I go like this. You see, I have the string coming up here, and then I go back here. I come here, and then I start like this. And it's much, much quicker than doing a little knot on each time.
It sure is.
You see, and I can be very precise. I can decide the distance in between.
I'll keep you from getting tangled.
Okay, thank you, Martha. So, and you can do that very fast. I mean, it's a very fast process.
And eliminate all those little knots.
Yes, because if you have to do 24 knots, it takes 24 minutes.
Plus, look how beautiful this looks, and it keeps the meat all the same diameter.
Absolutely.
And it keeps it together so that you're not overcooking some part of the meat, right?
Exactly. So when you and what's nice about this technique also is when at the end when you cut it, it comes out like that.
Yeah,
in one shot.
Right.
So we are going to cut here. Then I'm making the last knot here, and you see it took about 2 minutes in real time.
Yes, less.
Yeah, I'm glad you think it's less. And we're putting the fillet in the pan, and we are going to sear it, and the fillet.
And keep turning it.
Yes, we are going to sear it, and then it goes into the oven for about. It depends at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Is that enough searing?
Well, Martha, we have to take a slight shortcut here.
Okay.
And what you can do also, you can do it from the oven. I mean, you can sear it in the oven.
Just keep turning it.
And keep turning it in the oven, yeah.
So now the sauce. Here we have the reduced wine.
We have the reduced wine, yes. So we are going to strain it. In the meantime, I'm going to take some broccoli rabe, and they are going to go in a pan with some olive oil while you're straining the sauce.
Okay. So it has reduced down quite a bit.
Oh, quite a bit. You have a lot of reduction in 10 minutes. I'm adding some, how you call that, chili flakes?
Red pepper flakes.
Red pepper flakes. Some sliced garlic. Of course.
I'm just pressing out all the liquid from the shallots.
And then you're going to emulsify, if you don't mind,
I don't mind at all.
Low heat. Under low heat, the butter. It looks like it's a lot of butter, but it's a lot of air in between the cubes.
It's 1 1/4 cups of 2 sticks of, 3 sticks of cold butter.
And while you do that, I'm putting a tiny bit of water in the pan, and that will cook our broccoli rabe in about 10 minutes. While the broccoli rabes are going to saute and you are doing the sauce, I'm going to slice the beef.
I think it's very important for a tough green like broccoli rabe to put a little water, don't you?
It's very important.
Yeah.
Not too much. You don't want too much water,
but
you want...
a lot of people think you can just cook it in olive oil, but it never... Oh, look.
Look at that, Martha.
Oh, look. The perfectly cooked beef tenderloin. Oh, Eric. See, now this is what people don't realize. How many minutes was that? Like 12 minutes?
12 minutes in the oven after being nicely seared. And so I'm slicing the fillet. It's going to go in a plate. You finishing the sauce. And the sauce will have a fantastic wine flavor, which complements the meat, of course. And you can also drink red wine with it. So it's all good together. I like the broccoli rabe because it's a nice vegetable that has a lot of personality. The garlic gives a lot of flavor. You have a little bit of spiciness.
So is this something you would personally serve at home, of course?
Oh, I do it.
So
I serve
even
it at
though
home.
you're famous for fish, you serve meat.
Well, you know, Martha, I eat fish every day of my life, except on the weekend. I crave meat really at the end of the day, and it's what we eat at home on the weekend. So I'm putting the beef in the center of the platter.
It's so
like
beautiful,
that.
and it cooks so well with that wonderful tying method that Eric used.
Yes,
that is
it
very
does.
nice.
And I'm going to put some broccoli rabe around for color and actually for also not just decoration but for flavor. We're going to eat it. And
So this sauce is going to take a few more minutes than we have, but you have
Yes.
some already made
I
there.
have some sauce already made.
Okay.
It's in a gooseneck, and you can see it's a very beautiful purple color, and you can always add it on top of the meat like that.
Oh wow!
No,
And see, it has a little thickness to it, so that it
Richness and-
rich. Yeah, that is
And
such.
this is fantastic for the holidays, actually.
It certainly is. Put this on the buffet with a beautiful poached fish and maybe a ham or a turkey, and you have a really great buffet.